Welcome to another edition of Diplomatic Channel. I'm Amarachi Ubani. Diaspora Day was celebrated on Friday, July 25th to the 26th in the Nigerian Capital Territory, Abuja. Members of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission were joined by other government officials and representatives of the community of Nigerians in the diaspora. The National Diaspora Day is an occasion set aside by the National Diaspora Policy to recognize, acknowledge, and celebrate the over 20 million Nigerians in the diaspora, both modern and historic, who are contributing immensely to Nigeria's growth. President Bola Tinubu's message to the occasion reaffirmed his administration's strong commitment to the Nigerian diaspora, hailing their economic, intellectual, and social contributions as central to the nation's development agenda. He spotlighted the increasing scale of diaspora remittances, pointing out that in 2024 alone, Nigerians abroad sent home $20.9 billion through official channels. That's more than 4 times the value of the country's foreign direct investment. He promised that his administration would continue to prioritize diaspora-related policies and remove barriers that limit their contribution. As the Diaspora Day event wore on, the chairman, Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Mrs. Abike Dabiri-Erewa, called on Nigerian youth to embrace hard work, discipline, and dignity as these values open doors to success. The event lasted 2 days, as she said, during which she shared her journey from being a journalist to a career in politics and now her current passion, Nigerians in diaspora.
Was it easy to be in parliament? No. Is it easy to be a woman where I am today? No. There are many challenges. Sometimes you want to break down. Sometimes you want to give up. But don't, if you believe in yourself and what you're doing. Then have faith in the Almighty God. When you do the right things, don't try to bring anybody down. Do the right things. Be focused on what you're doing. Ignore the naysayers. Just leave them aside. They don't wish you well. And you are what they want to be, and they cannot be. So don't listen to them. And then, most importantly, be focused on what you do. And when you are focused on what you do it, like I said, with dignity, with passion. And as you go into the world for your professions, do what you enjoy doing. Don't do what I'm doing because I'm Abike. There can never be another Abike Dabiri. And there can never be another you. And as a woman, for the women in the hall, I demand for equity, not equality. Equity, fairness, justice. I'm not a man and I don't want to be a man. I'm not equal. We are not equal. These 2 fingers are not equal. But I don't want you to look down on me because of my sex. Look at me as to what I can do. And as you go out there, add value to anything you do. When I was in parliament, my first 4 years, I was opposition, but I was chairman, House Committee on Media and Public Affairs under the speaker then, Right Honorable Aminu Bello Masari, who became governor of Katsina State. I was in AD. He was in PDP. How can opposition be spokesperson? But he made me the spokesperson. And he said, you know what? They came to him, remove her. He said, no, I'm not removing her. Give me somebody better than her. I added value. And because I was adding value, I was there for 4 years. And then when I came back, second term, Speaker Dimeji Bankole set up Committee on Diaspora. People were saying, rubbish committee, useless committee. I said, it's okay. Let's see what we can achieve from it. Today, diaspora affairs are on the front burner everywhere in the world. So today, as you all sit in the hall, I want you to take away lessons from the amazing people that will be speaking to you today. I want to take lessons from Mr. Alfred Okoegun's story, a story that is very compelling. He rose also through hard work and dedication. And then humility is a virtue. Humility, let it be your key word. I know that Nigerians will like that thing, but be humble in everything you do. Look at people, look at even the president, look at his wife, look at Mr. Okoegun, look at our minister, Crockstone, all of you, Miss Nigeria, Feni, all of you. Humility is very key.
The Minister of Youth Development, Mr. Ayodele Olawande, said he has been inspired by the NIDCOM boss, and this has in turn influenced his work at the ministry. He urged young Nigerians to be good ambassadors for the nation. based on their own unique qualities, no matter their economic class, drawing examples from his own journey.
The Ministry of Youth has rolled out a series of empowerment initiatives to improve the life of the youth in this country. So, this includes the Nigerian Youth Academy, which even if you're in diaspora, you can get in touch with this. It's online. We call it Nigerian Youth Academy. And it's also in 4 categories: that the near gig, the startups, the learning, and the near community. We said the 3 components of the Ministry of Youth Development now is 3: to support, to empower, and to protect the young people. In line with this, as the first time in the history of this country, we have a Nigerian Youth Helpdesk, whereby you don't need to abuse the country on social platforms anymore as a young people. Just contact this helpdesk. We want to bring the government closer to the youth. And what we are saying is that we want the young people of this country to feel the government, to see the government, and to touch the government. As part of our initiative also, we have a digital literacy in partnership with NIDCOM, and we also have the Youth Data Protection Awareness and Training Program that we just launched yesterday. Among others initiatives, like I said, that it was designed to support, empower, and when I said empower in human capital building, exactly like what she is doing now. And we employ all agencies, parastatals within the government, private sector driven, to look into this commission and how it's being projected to empower our youth productively. We are also improving in partnership with local and international organizations to create opportunity for internship, mentorship, startup incubations, and access to global markets. As we celebrate this National Diaspora Day, I encourage our young people, both home and abroad, to continue to build and engage in shaping the more inclusive, prosperous Nigeria. Let me divert away from this speech a little bit, and let me speak to you heart to heart, because I see a lot of young Nigerians that are going to become president, minister. A lot of people don't look at my native and my cap. I'm very young. I'm a young man. I'm still my millennium. And if I can be a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, which the president has bestowed in us, and we are doing everything possible to do it differently than the way it is being done. And I think for this, you can be whatever you want to become in future. What you need is what I'm taking back to you today. There is no work, quote me, and find out, so that I'm not giving you myself as a motivational speaker, but I'm giving you what is obtainable, because everybody have his way. Like she said, you can't be me. I am Ayo. A lot of people call me Ayo Wisdom. I am myself. Base it on the 3C: commitment, competence, and character.
More speakers ahead at the Nigeria Diaspora Day celebration. Mr. Alfred Okoigun, the Group Managing Director of the ARCO Group, one of the sponsors for the awards given later in the evening, shared his experience climbing up the ladder of success. He had some advice for young Nigerians looking to make it in life.
I was 15 years when I was given the opportunity. Then I was in the secondary school, Government College Uwele, and as one of the members of Geographical Society, an excursion was organized for us to visit Shell Petroleum Development Company. At that time, I think I was in Form 3, just about to decide what I want to do. I'm so happy. Some of you today are from the secondary school, some of you from the university, and of course, the corpus. That visit to Shell Petroleum Development Company changed my life, I will say, because at that age, when we went to Shell, a well-organized organization, and the way we were received and the person who took us through told us what it requires to come to share, to work in share. And at that time, they were encouraging young engineers, which today this youth empowerment is also focusing on in some areas, STEM. After that visit, I made up my mind I was going to read science subjects so that I can be able to read engineering and be able to work in Shell or any of those organizations. So that was what I took away from that visit. So for you young ones today, you have the opportunity to be at the presidential villa, to be at this banquet hall. You must take something away from here. You also have in your midst our Nigerians in diaspora. And these are people who have been recognized globally. You are going to meet with them, have a chat with them. You must take something away. And that is why I really want to commend NIDCOM for this great job they are doing. But what matters is that you commit to excellence, stay curious, and hold on to your integrity. So pursuing excellence, you have to be consistent. Drive it. At ACO, we always believe in giving people the opportunity to grow, not just in skill, but in purpose. And we are not alone in that belief. That is why it is so powerful to have our diaspora here with us today, sharing their journey, lessons, network. Their presence is a gift, and I encourage every young person here to tap into it. It's a gift to have these people. Imagine a young Nigerian recognized by the American president of America to an award for teaching mathematics, science, and a number of others like that, doing great things in the world. So I will now challenge the government. We must improve our infrastructure. The security must improve so that these people can feel free to come all the time. So please take this one to heart. To every young Nigerian here, hear this. The world is not waiting for you to be perfect. It is waiting for you to be prepared. Have a vision, but take action. Ask questions. Seek mentors, and the mentors are here. You can find them. Invest in yourself, and above all, serve something greater than just your ambition. If a young Nigerian could go on an excursion, dream a dream, work hard, start a company that is now 45 years in age, and by the grace of God, the new generations, they're also coming up, taking it to another level. So you yourself can do it, and you can do it better. This is the message. So please take it.
We're off on a short break now. Diplomatic Channel will be right back with more highlights of the Diaspora Day celebration in Abuja. Stay with us. Welcome back to the program. We've been hearing from Nigerians in the country, but seeing as it is Diaspora Day, some Nigerian youth in the diaspora were given the opportunity to share their thoughts and experiences.
To the youth that are here, high school and college students and the youth corpus, I speak directly to you now. You're not waiting for the future, you're shaping it right now. But to do that, you must understand not just where you're going, but what lies beneath the surface. And in order for you to understand that, you must take actions and in your figure out your habits and your choices. So one of the tools that I want to share with you, which I learned at MIT as a certified master practitioner, It's called the iceberg. So when you think about the iceberg is almost like a pyramid, right? At the top of the iceberg is what we see. Now this is behaviors, news, and outcomes. But underneath, there are patterns and structures and beliefs. Many inherited, many broken, and that silently shape our world. And underneath, if you want to change what's happening on the surface, yes, please. Okay. So if you want to change what's happening on the surface, we must first understand what is happening beneath it. So I challenge each of you to figure what patterns you're living in and what systems you're part of, or you can help to how you can help to redesign them.
Round of applause, please. Clap for these people, they deserve it.
Thank you so much. I stand on existing protocol. I thank every single person in this room. And of course, a heartfelt thank you to my big mommy, Dr. Honorable Abike Dabiri, for having me here. My name is Pelumi Nubi, Oluwa Pelumi Nubi. Some of you might know me as being the woman who drove from London to Lagos last year. It was an exciting journey. But something you might not know about me is that I suffer from something called dyslexia. Dyslexia is a learning difficulty. It means you find school just a little bit harder. And it depends on who surrounds you and who pours into you in that moment. But one thing I've learned is for society not to box me in, because I believe that the limitations that you have are those that you choose to accept. I went on to finish with a first-class degree in biomedical science, and then went on to study a PhD in cancer research and human genetics. This is the same person that people said couldn't do it. I've learned a lot of lessons, especially from driving from London to Lagos. If you saw the car that I made use of, people fondly call her Lumi. She's now housed in J. Rando at the museum, a monument that hundreds of people and thousands come to visit every month. Before taking off, I remember pitching to more than 20 car brands, finding out if they wanted to support this journey. And I heard zero response. And at that moment, I remember talking to God, and God was like, you know what? You have a car already. And that is the truth about life. Most time, we already have what we need right in our hands. We just are scared to take that first leap of faith. But the thing is, some of you are in this room, you want to start careers, you want to be content creators, you're like, I need the fancy cameras. You have a phone. Start with that. You know what? I really believe in this motto, the magic is in the doing. It's not about thinking, wishing, waiting, wanting, desiring, pondering. It's about taking action. Being petrified, but still taking that first step. And also leaning into your purpose. The moments where nobody are clapping, nobody is watching you, that is what will take you the distance. Especially as a young African, you're allowed to dream big. And please, 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 if you're a believer, if you have faith in a God, a true God, please lean on Him. When there are moments where the journey was hard for me, I prayed, and His grace sustained me. Please stay rooted in Him, because He has your life in His hands. To every young person in this room, you're not too young, you're not too late, you're not too small. You have what it takes. You just have to trust in yourself and trust in God. Start now, start scared. In fact, start petrified, but do it anyways. Because if I can do it, a female, a dyslexic person, a disqualified person, but yet still go the distance, you also can.
Of course, it was a full day of events as an awards ceremony was held to honor Nigerians who have done the nation exceptionally proud. Right, let's check in on those other discussions in diplomatic circles, and we'll be right back.
US President Donald Trump says a new deadline will be 10 or 12 days for Russian President Vladimir Putin to agree a deal with Ukraine, and that he will make an official announcement on Monday or Tuesday. 2 weeks ago, Trump threatened very severe tariffs on Russia's trading partners if they don't have a deal in 50 days. Now, he says, we just don't see any progress being made in the Russia-Ukraine conflict, and he will bring forward the deadline.
As you know, Ursula represents a lot of countries, not one country.
Meanwhile, the U.S. president has praised what he calls a good deal for everybody, referring to a new deal signed with the EU. He announced a trade agreement with the EU alongside the EU Commission President, Ursula von der Leyen, in Turnberry, Scotland.
European Union is going to agree to purchase from the United States $750 billion worth of energy, $750 billion worth of energy. They are going to agree to invest into the United States $600 billion more than they're investing already. So they're investing a large amount of money. You know what that amount of money is. It's very substantial, but they're going to invest an additional $600 billion. They're agreeing to open up their countries to trade at zero tariff. So that's a very big factor. Opening up their countries, all of the countries will be opened up to trade with the United States at zero tariff. And they're agreeing to purchase a vast amount of military equipment. We don't know what that number is, but it's the good news is we make the best military equipment in the world, so sort of you have to do that. I mean, until somebody tops us, which is not going to happen. We're way ahead of every other country in terms of the quality of the military equipment. You saw that recently in Iran, and you see that, unfortunately, you see that often for all the wrong reasons, right?
Humanitarian aid trucks have begun entering the Gaza Strip through the Rafah border crossing, carrying tons of food supplies, medicine and medical and relief materials. It comes after the Israeli military announced a tactical pause in parts of the enclave for the entry of aid. The Egyptian Red Crescent announced on Sunday the launch of its Zad al-Ezer Sustenance for Dignity from Egypt to Gaza aid convoy. That convoy comprises over 100 trucks transporting more than 1,200 tons of food aid, including approximately 840 tons of flour and 450 tons of other foodstuff, entering through the Kerem Shalom crossing.
That's the program this week. If you are a Nigerian living in the diaspora, let us know your experience trying to make a difference in your community. Just send me a DM at Amarachi_Ubani on X and Amarachi Ubani on Instagram. Thanks for watching.